Hello friends, happy Tuesday. Welcome to our weekly transformational live. And today's topic is about what are you feeling disconnected from your partner despite being stuck in the same house? So I've heard that from a few different people at this point. So I thought it would be good to do a live on that to just talk about what exactly might be happening, because you would assume that it would make you closer, right? So when you are in the same house, when you are kind of stuck together, it would make your relationship stronger. But what I'm hearing from a lot of people is it's disconnecting them. So my name is Padma Ali and I am a relationship expert, and I basically coach strong overachievers, overworked, stressed out overachievers to find balance in their life, to find clarity so they can create the life that they desire. And relationships are really my jam because I've done that for so many years, and I really know, I can really sense and know how to navigate when somebody is stuck in their relationship. So here's what I have seen is happening. A lot of people are feeling disconnected from their partners, especially women. Men are a little bit more in their own heads and they are kind of in their own space and doing their own thing. But women are feeling more disconnected. And here is probably why. As women, there's deep programming on giving and on keeping things afloat, and on not rocking the boat. Meaning, stay with me, meaning what I notice what women tend to do is they have desires and needs, but they have a hard time expressing it. Most women don't even know what they want. They kind of think this is what they want, and they go along, and then suddenly it's like, oh, this is not what I want. I'm gonna give you an example. So this is from my own personal life. So, my husband also works from home right now. We're all working from home. And in the last few weeks, periodically I'll go to him and I'll be like, do you want to go for a walk? And be like, he'll be in the middle of something and he'll be like, nope, I don't have time right now. And I'll be like, okay, fine. And yesterday was a holiday. The kids were with the babysitter. And so I was like, let's go for a walk. And he at that time was getting ready to go for a run. My mistake, I didn't see the timing correctly, right? So there's a lot of different things. I'm going to cover all of these things with you guys in this live on how you can bridge that gap. How do you express your needs in a way that it'll be met? And so that was like, what? That really threw me off the edge. I didn't say anything to him at that point, but I noticed that I was starting to feel disappointed. I was not feeling connected with him, and I was like, how could he do that? So it went in a little bit of a tailspin, but because I know this work so well and I do this work on myself, I didn't let it go down that path. I really allowed myself to feel it, but also decide what I need to do in this moment. So I'm sharing this story because this is the story of a lot of different people, especially women. There is a tendency to want to have there's a tendency to have the desires kind of be squashed. Most women, this is what I hear. My needs are not as important. The family piece is more important. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to say anything that's going to upset my partner because we're all living together and I should just be okay with what's happening. Bullshit. I'm calling it bullshit because your needs are important. And it's only programming. You're not even aware. Like if you are listening to this, right? I know that you want more, but you don't know. This is what I know about you. You probably do not know how to ask for those needs. So here's my invitation to you. How do you express your needs? How do you express your needs in a way that your partner can hear? So if you're feeling disconnected, this is probably what's happening. Like there's a buildup happening underneath. So I'm going to share with you two main ways of how you can ask for your needs. So because there's a buildup, there's a tendency for that buildup. It's literally like a pressure cooker, right? It's going to blow the lid off like this at some point. So what can you do to not let that happen? Here are two main ways to work with that. Number one, honor your desires. Honor what you want in the relationship. Allow yourself permission to sit down, to really look at what is it that I'm looking for right now in this relationship. What am I desiring? What will fill my cup up? Allow yourself that space to even understand what is it that you want. Because if you ignore your needs, if you say, oh no, it's okay, I should just be okay with that, guess what will happen? For most of you, either you will shut down and feel more disconnected, or you're going to blow your lid like the pressure cooker, and it's going to come out in a way that your partner will not get, will not understand. They're probably going to be like, what happened? I didn't know that you were feeling this way. But they don't even know what you're feeling because it's all going to come out very jumbled up. Okay, so number one, honor your feelings, honor your desires. What is it that you want? Give yourself permission to ask that. Number two, ask to speak to your partner. Don't put it on them suddenly out of the blue, because they're not going to get it. See, you've had that build up, right? It's taken you time to feel disconnected. Your partner may or may not have felt that way. Have you ever considered that? Like, they may or may not feel disconnected from you. This may be okay for them. So if that's the case, how do you bring it up? This is where effective communication is really important. If you have not watched my live from my Facebook page this morning, please do so. Effective communication is so darn important. This is why I'm doing the 12-day boot camp on relationships, because I want to teach you the skills of effective communication. I'm going to teach you 5 skills to improve your romantic relationship. And one of them is communication. It's not all of it. One of them is communication, but it's not just any kind of communication. It's effective communication. Communication happens all the time. Haven't you seen that? Right? Like, you're communicating all the time, but it's not any kind of communication. It's effective communication. So here is a tip for that. So I'm going to give you an analogy. Say you're getting the dinner ready, right? And you want to get dinner on the table. Are you just going to come bring your pot of soup and just pour it on the table? No. What you're going to do is put the table mats, then you're going to bring the bowls, you're going to set the silverware, then you're going to bring your pot of soup, and then you're going to pour into every cup. Right? That's setting the table. Similarly, when you want to speak to your partner about something important, you have to set the table up. You have to give them some kind of a forewarning or something of importance, saying that, hey, I want to talk to you about something that's important. Is this a good time? Do you want to talk about this right now? Give them an option, because again, like I said, you've had that build up. Your partner may or may not feel disconnected. So if you're going to throw this at them, all they're going to feel is feel blamed, right? So if you do not want to do that, blaming never works. Blaming does not work. So set up the table, ask their permission to speak to them, and then bring up the topic. And again, effective communication is so darn important. Please join the bootcamp. I'm going to really blow your minds off with the information. I'm going to help you. These are the things I've done with my clients for years and years. One of the things that I've seen with most of my couples that I used to work with, they would come at the brink of things breaking apart. Because that's when most people go to couples therapy, right? Yeah. So at that time, I've had to hold space for the relationship to work, because if I don't hold that space, the relationship will crumble apart. So this one, I'm going to bring you all those strategies and things that I have taught my couples to implement that has kept people working really well together. So join the bootcamp for sure. So do these 2 things and start to notice how the disconnects start to melt. Okay? So share with me. Invite a friend to this group. Share this video with them, because this is so helpful, right? Like, think about it. Like, we all are in a relationship. Even if a relationship is going okay, this is going to help you make it even more stronger. Thank you, Monica. I'm so glad that this resonates. Is there anything that really helped you kind of feel like, okay, I can put this to use? Just share with me if you feel like sharing. And this is one other piece that I wanted to mention before we end for today. If you feel disconnected from your partner, most likely you've probably kept yourself so busy before this COVID crisis that you haven't even allowed yourself some time to know if this is what you want. Meaning, what is it that you want in your relationship? You've probably not even given yourself that permission. So again, please give yourself that time and space to really know what is it that you want, because unless you know what you want, you won't be able to get there. You know, this is one thing I start most of my coaching when I start working with people, one-on-one coaching. I have this video up in my modules that they can access, and it says a destination without a journey without a destination is pointless, right? If you don't know where you're going, you are going to be going nowhere. So know what is it that you want in your relationship and learn to ask for it. All right, my friends, that's all I got for you today. I will connect with you next week. Again, join the bootcamp. If you have any questions, if you want to do some deep diving one-on-one work with me, please get on a 20-minute call to see if I'm a good match, and we can go from there. So any other thoughts, please let me know. Okay, Monica said, filling your cup before filling your partner's. Oh my goodness. Yes. 100%. You know, that was one of my topics I've written down to cover probably in the next few weeks, because most people, especially women, tend to give more first. And when you give more first, it is a disaster because your cup is not full. You nailed it, Monica. Beautifully said. If your cup is not full, there's nothing to give to anybody else. So yes, I 100% agree. And if you don't give yourself time to know me and what I want, how do I expect success for my partner to fill the gap or make them happy? Absolutely. You nailed it. You got it. So let me know if you have any other questions, guys. Otherwise, I will talk to you later. Bye.